cultural aspects, leading to the failure of McDonald's and Burger King in Vietnam. Fast food restaurants dominate markets all over the world. Established in 1940, McDonald's nowadays become the most successful fast food business in the world with more than 36,000 restaurants, serving tens of millions of customers daily worldwide in over 100 countries. After McDonald's, Burger King is a multinational chain of hamburger fast food restaurants from the United States. In the early 21st century, Burger King claimed to have about 14,000 stores in nearly 100 countries. Not only around the world, in Asia in particular, this chain have proven success in many markets. McDonald's and Burger King own thousands of stores in China. In 2008, from 12 restaurants opened in Japan, Burger King has 98 stores in this country in 2017. However, there is one place that this big man cannot conquer, which is Vietnam. So, what happened with this chain nowadays? Let's see what Vietnamese people know about this American fast food branch.
Chỉ biết McDonald's thôi, còn Burger King
Có biết hai hãng lấy chứ hai hãng có là chị đúng không?
Em nói là tiếng Anh.
Ra thì là mình không đâu, bởi vì là cái thứ nhất mình thấy là cái giá cả của McDonald's và Burger King nó hơi đắt so với cả sự tiện lợi của nó. Cái thứ hai là bởi vì đồ ăn của nó còn chẳng ngon bằng bánh mì Việt Nam, thế nên là mình cũng không ưa chuộng lắm. Trừ khi là có hẹn bạn bè ngồi tụ tập ở đấy thì mình đến thôi.
không, bởi vì mình cũng không thích ăn đồ ăn nhanh ấy, với cả đồ ăn ở đây giá cũng không phù hợp lắm.
Em không, chỉ khi em có một người thì em mua cho em.
McDonald's opened the first store in Vietnam in 2014 and planned to open 100 stores within 10 years. However, reality is sometimes much more cruel than predicted. Until now, McDonald's has only opened about 22 stores across the country. One expected to take the fast food industry in Vietnam's market by storm, Burger King also faced many difficulties in these potential markets. In 2012, this corporation invested $40 million USD in Vietnam and aimed to have 60 stores by 2016, but the figure now is only 13.
Three, cultural reason resulting in this American fast food brand's failure in Vietnam. There are three main reasons contributing to the failure of McDonald's and Burger King in Vietnam market. Number 1. American fast food and Vietnamese fast food. The fast service of two American fast food brands is not fast enough compared to Vietnamese cuisine. When you look up the phrase fast food in dictionary like Cambridge or Oxford, the result you can get is hot food, such as hamburgers that is quick to cook or is already cooked and is therefore served very quickly in the restaurant. One of the main contributors to fast food popularity in the United States is fast service. Americans' obsession with fast food is that it is extremely easy to obtain, or getting a meal from a fast food restaurant is very quick. However, it is just the case in America, not Vietnam. In Vietnam, the restaurant itself is not something easy to access. Normally, Vietnamese people go to restaurants on special occasions with their family, with their colleagues, and sit there for hours. For almost all Vietnamese people, restaurants are not places for quick meals. Why in the US, it is said that with small meal at McDonald's, you don't need any kind of cutlery, just your hand will do, so their meals can be eaten anywhere, at any time. Therefore, over 20% of American meals are eaten in cars. However, in Vietnam, how many people will drive their cars to a McDonald's restaurant to buy a burger and eat it on the way back home? The matter is, if they are so busy, that they cannot sit comfortably to enjoy the meals. Why do they waste time stopping their cars or motorbike in front of the fast food restaurant, locking them, opening the door class, responding to the staff greeting, going through the menu, choosing their favorite food and waiting for the checkout? Instead, stopping their vehicle on the sidewalk, calling for a bread and waiting for the salesperson to give it to them, even without leaving their cars or motorbikes, is so much time-saving. One more thing that makes the fast service of two American fast food brands is not fast enough compared to Vietnamese cuisine is the dominance of Vietnamese street food. There are now 33 McDonald's and 9 Burger King restaurants compared with around 430,000 local vendors in Vietnam. Being less popular than other types of food stores, these American fast food brands take consumers more time having access to their restaurants. For example, if you were in the University of Languages and International Studies and wanted a Burger King's burger for your lunch, it would take you at least 20 minutes to travel nearly 6 kilometers to the nearest Burger King restaurant in Cầu Giấy district. Therefore, even if you were a fan of burgers, it would be unlikely to eat this type of food on a daily basis. In short, the most outstanding advantage of fast food, which is fast service, is not its strength in Vietnam.
Past to the present day, cuisines is one of the component keys in the cultural background of Vietnam. Culinary art is influenced by culture but also reflects culture, and fast food chains like McDonald's and Burger King, because of inability to satisfy the Vietnamese unique eating habits, have failed to scale up in this potential market. The reason fast food can gain overwhelming popularity in Western nations is because of its convenience and suitability to customer personal preferences. Western individualism could choose fast food stores like McDonald's or Burger King to have a separate portion and enjoy themselves. Therefore, it can be said that the fundamental purpose of burgers is to serve Westerners. It also means that this kind of fast food is inappropriate to divide into some smaller parts and eat together. However, this situation seems to be contradictory compared to Vietnamese culture, which considers food sharing as noticeable cultural specificities. It's apparent that the main principle of dining in Vietnam, which is actually responsible for the sense of belonging and gatherings, is sharing. Conventionally, after a hard working day, family members or a bunch of friends get accustomed to sit together and share the food with a view to building a strong emotional connection with their friends and among the family members. When foreigners are invited to having meals in Vietnam for the first time, they may be surprised as dishes are prepared in some big plates and bowls, all of which are put in a circular tray and placed in the middle of the table. Normally, each and every person will take the food from that tray. Sometimes, to avoid embarrassment, the host will pick up food for guests to express their hospitality, which almost never happens to Westerners. Another reason accounts for the unsuccessfulness of McDonald's and Burger King is Vietnamese people's propensity to come into contact with others and converse during the meal, which will last quite long. For them, eating is to meet both their biological demand and the need to socialize. Conversely, Western culture assumes that people should avoid communicating with others during the meal. Therefore, fast food outlets like McDonald's and Burger King don't really match with the sit back, relax, and chat cultures of Vietnamese. More importantly, Vietnamese collectivism prefers to go in groups and have get-togethers in a place where they can freely eat together and share their stories for long periods of time. Such situations happened in McDonald's and Burger King's, on the other hand, seem to be inappropriate because customers should quickly finish their portion to make room for following buyers. In general, People can go eating in this store on some occasions, but it's definitely not their top priority. McDonald's and Burger King missed the mark to capture attention from groups. To generalize the second point, a lack of understanding of Vietnamese culinary culture caused McDonald's and Burger King to flop in Vietnam's market.
The application of Western pricing strategy in Vietnam, an Eastern country, is also a reason contributing to the failure of McDonald's and Burger King in this country. As we have said before, McDonald's and Burger King are two of the most outstanding restaurant franchises. According to Harding, these two brands rank second and fifth respectively out of 15 global biggest fast food chains. Besides convenience and taste, inexpensiveness is also a key element contributing to the success. The average price for a meal in McDonald's restaurants is about $8 to $10, which is quite cheap for most of European customers. Americans, who are considered the biggest fans of McDonald's and Burger King, have a median income of $3,714 per month. Prices swinging from $6 to $9 is also an advantage of Burger King to allure millions of diners all around the world. However, the reasonable price of these casual dining restaurants seem not to be reasonable anymore in Vietnam. Recorded at $2,715 in 2019, the GDP per capita of Vietnam was 24 times smaller than that of the US. On average, a Vietnamese normal worker can earn approximately $140,000 per day, and it is clearly unsuitable for him to spend half of the money in return for a $65,000 meal in McDonald's or a $39,000 hamburger bought in Burger King, when he can easily get a bánh mì with only $15,000 to $25,000 instead. Moreover, coming from the biggest economy in the world, both McDonald's and Burger King are automatically classified in the premium segment by Vietnamese customers. Instead of localizing like KFC used to do, McDonald's and Burger King's marketing campaigns only focused on promoting their products and success in other countries, which made the prejudice of costly meals stay strong in the mind of consumers. After 6 years of popularizing their menu, McDonald's and Burger King remain secondary choices of Vietnamese when they don't have enough money to burn. The question is, if McDonald's has become so popular in many developing Southeast Asian countries, why can't it do the same thing in Vietnam? The answer may lie in the difference of Big Mac price between Vietnam and the others. Big Mac has always been listed in the top 10 best-selling McDonald's menu items of all times, and it is also evidently the most expected item when this brand arrived in Vietnam. Flashback to the opening day of the first McDonald's Vietnam restaurant in 2014, there were 400,000 people willing to wait in long queues just to tantalize their first buzz with this new breed of burger. But once again, price has become an obstacle preventing Vietnamese to enjoy Big Mac more frequently. According to the World Bank, Vietnam's gross national income belongs to the low average group and only higher than Timor-Leste, Cambodia, and Myanmar. However, the price of a Big Mac in Vietnam can be up to $3.67, higher than in Singapore or even a half times a similar product in Indonesia or Malaysia, where a Big Mac only costs $2.3 to $3. Unsuitable taste is another major reason leading to the disappointing business situation of McDonald's and Burger King in Vietnam. Vietnamese are one of the biggest salt consumers in the world. Statistics of the WHO show that the average amount of salt used in a daily meal of Vietnamese families is 9.4 grams, almost twice as much as the recommendation of WHO. The love for salty food of Vietnamese people is presented by their famous spices such as fish sauce or shrimp sauce.
Unfortunately, although serving Vietnamese customers, basically, the two brands must still keep the Western taste to be suitable for their international standards. Clearly, this Western-style taste does not fit Vietnamese appetite, as more of the food is made of frozen ingredients, which makes them too soft, quite pale, and just suitable for babies. Moreover, the variable taste of three regions is also an obstacle in the race to win the hearts of Vietnamese customers. In the north, dishes with sour taste seem to be much preferred to suit the chill weather. On the contrary, southern cuisine is a combination between sweet and sour, while many people in the central region are spicy lovers. Obviously, the consistent greasy, crisp taste of McDonald's and Burger King dishes cannot meet the expectation of Vietnamese people who are way too familiar with the abundant flavors of fast food served by thousands of vendors throughout this country.
5. What have we done? As we can see, McDonald's and Burger King has failed in Vietnam market. However, they don't show any sign of leaving. So, what do we do to improve this gloomy business? Let's figure out. Firstly, two brands made huge efforts to Vietnamize the food when adding rice or Vietnamese flavor into dishes. For example, McDonald's has offered new special dishes like grilled pork rice with egg, or special fried chicken to appeal to a larger number of customers. Additionally, this brand have mixed local flavor with Western ingredients in their product and introduced Pho Burger in September 2020, which made huge strength for burger. In the case of Burger King, they added a whole new section, Vietnamese rice such as beef nuggets fry or fish fry. After adding local dishes into the menu, the chain sales increased 15% in 2015 and 2016. Secondly, to meet Vietnamese spending habits, two companies often maintain constant discount and various promotions. Let's take Burger King as an example. They had Thursday King Day, each 2 pay 1. King rice with good price. In addition, in the era of technologies, the two companies also combine with ordering apps as Baemin, Grab, Gojek to bring customers a quick service and convenience. Thirdly, it is said that the fast service in two brands is still slower than Vietnamese cuisine. Therefore, companies take action to solve the problem. Especially, McDonald's has different customer strategy when applying in Vietnam. To be more specific, McDonald's restaurant operates 24/7 and offer car and motorcycle drive-through with 3 minutes per customer. Last but not least, sharing factor also plays an important role in creating success for two companies. Therefore, they offer huge combo for family and couple. For example, Burger King has couples say yes. In addition, two brands also have big space for families or friends to create party on special occasions like birthday party. We can see that two brands established to resolve problems in Vietnam, and they receive both positive and negative reaction. For example, Pho Burger received a storm of controversy from netizens. Like it or not, it's a subjective opinion that should be recognized from a customer. Both support and encouragement with the brand, as well as experience for a version of half Western, half Vietnamese. In my opinion, each brand has to succeed in Vietnam because they cannot discuss deeply to meet Vietnamese demand. To explain the issue, two brands have to import ingredients from abroad and the rent is quite high. In conclusion, despite positive change in Vietnam market, it's just small number and two companies are struggling to take further steps for this market. Therefore, customers just look forward to seeing their breakthrough in the future.